So I had a guy on eBay email me about if I had some larger spalted maple. And I figured this would be the perfect opportunity to use the little Scheppach chainsaw. I forget who it was, but you had asked if I could do an update on the Scheppach, and I figured this would be the perfect opportunity to do it. So this is going to be a cold start of the Scheppach, and I figured you guys might want to see that also, so we will pull the choke out and it'll click in. We'll put the on-off switch to on, and we'll prime it till we see fuel in the primer bulb. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think that's pretty much it. Filled up the gas, and I also filled up the bar and chain oil. So I'm going to let this thing warm up a bit. I wanted to show you the wood pile. As you can see, I have a ton of wood. It just kind of goes forever, it seems like. In this stack right here, I had a bunch of spalted maple, and he wanted some bigger stuff. So, this might be a good candidate. This one might be a good candidate, and probably these two. I'm not real sure. If they've got the mushrooms growing on them, which this one does, there's probably definitely some spalting. So what I'll do is I'll make a cut on the front so he can see, and then I don't know, I'll make it probably 6 inches maybe there, and then I'll probably get another one, so there'll be 2 there and maybe 2 here. Generally with the bigger logs, they don't spalt nearly as quick, so they take a lot longer to have the black lines and stuff going through them. I do have some ash over here also, and that's spalts a little slower, but it's a harder, I don't know if it's a harder wood, it might be a little bit, but I could cut some of that also. So let's get cutting here. The saw is warmed up a bit. You know, on such a little motor, there's not much mass there, so I'll let it warm up a bit longer, but it should be pretty good. So the guy has not gotten back to me yet about these logs. I sent him 4 emails with like 1 or 2 in each. But yeah, it's, I don't know exactly how much I should price it at. Maybe 40, 50 bucks each. These are definitely some bigger logs, and as you can see, I'm not really in any shortage of any wood, so if I can make a little bit what I can make, that's great. And yes, I know I'm not cutting these very safe, standing on one log and rolling it with my foot. Some people aren't going to be happy about that, but hey, it is what it is. These logs are not the biggest for cutting, and of course they are bigger than the bar on the Scheppach, and the logs are spalted, so they are a little softer than the regular wood. And then later on in the video here, I'll be cutting definitely all wrong. Got my arms switched, and I think once or twice I use it one-handed, which I know you're not supposed to do at all, but this is such a little saw. And I had a couple, one guy I remember commented on that I shouldn't be drop starting this little thing. I'm sitting there thinking, this saw is almost a toy to me. I know some people wouldn't look at it like that, but I'm used to running my huge 62cc Timber Pro chainsaw and my rather large CC Chinese saw from what I used to run, which was a Shindawa. I think it was a 351S or whatever. It was like 35 cc's. So I mean, this saw is pretty tiny, and I'm not saying you can't get hurt with it, but I'm not saying I can't get hurt with it, but it's just a real little saw, and it's almost a toy. But yeah, it definitely goes through the wood pretty good. I haven't been doing much milling lately. Probably this fall I will be doing a lot more. I have the rest of this wood pile to whittle down. It'd be nice to get a sawmill, but again, they cost so much money, and it is what it is, I guess. I do have a while back I did post a video on the next big jog for the Chinese chainsaw or something in the Timber Pro. And that job is coming up probably, this is Sunday, and Tuesday they're coming to drop the trees. So probably Tuesday, sometime around there, I'll go over there, and he's cutting the logs up. I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see this. It's got some spalting in it, not as much as I'd like. There's that one. And then there's this one. There's definitely a lot of coloration. So I'm hoping that's going to be enough of spalting for him. There's that one. Another two just over here, so I guess I'll show you guys that too. And this tree job, it's an ash tree and a walnut tree. I'm really excited about milling up the walnut. Walnut is some absolutely gorgeous wood. The ash tree is about, we measured the circumference yesterday at about waist high. It's probably, I don't know, it was like 28 inches in diameter, and we want to get some 12 inch by 12 inch by 16 foot long beams for this, for the job we have to do around here. I will try to get as much footage as I can milling up these pretty big logs. I probably could cut the trees down myself, but man, I have to be absolutely perfect for where it falls. I have to miss the power lines and miss a house, pretty big house. We want three 16 footers and one 11. The middle's a little punky. It's definitely got some spalting to it. So, I don't know. This is a little too punky, I think. There's one underneath, and let's try that one. This one right there. Yes, so three 16-footers and one 11 and maybe two 11s. Not real sure. But that'll definitely eat up a lot of that tree. And of course the branches and stuff, it's going to be a nightmare to clean up ash branches because they just fall and break like glass and they're everywhere and you have to rake the whole place. The tree is about 90 feet tall, so thinking we can get what we want out of it. And then we also have a couple other ash trees that have some pretty good size to them. They're probably at least 20 or 24 inches in diameter that are dead too, and we can use those ones if the main ash tree is not enough. So be looking for videos on those probably sometime next week.
Oh yeah, that's a nice one there. I'm glad I cut that. See, not so much there, but... The other one? Yeah. It looks, definitely spalted. That's what happens when you leave your wood out, like I do. Everything's spalt, I guess. There's 6, 7, 8. I cut another one just off the side of the camera here. So there's those two there. And these ones are pretty big. I know my hand is 9. It's about a foot wide. And that's the other side. And here's the last one I'll show you. Some cool coloring, that's for sure. Yeah, I think that's about all the wood I have for spalted stuff. I may cut one more. There's one more off to my right here. I may cut too. So I think that's about all I have to say for this video. Hope everyone enjoyed it. The Scheppach seems to be doing good so far. It's getting pretty warm here. You know, we're in June, and the big tree job is approaching, and it's not very fun milling when it's this warm. I like milling at about 60 degrees or less. I've even milled in the teens, I think, when it's been real cold outside. I don't get hot at all, so I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more, and I'll see you all in the next one.